So Megan Rapinoe is in trouble again. This is the lesbian soccer player that was trying to reformat all of Victoria's Secret's line of clothing. I didn't really get into too much detail about this on any of the shows, but basically she's trying to come in and say that Victoria's line items of clothes are racist and sexist and pretty much every kind of woke terminology, the istophobe, that kind of stuff. All of that kind of under the same roof. She's trying to claim that it's all of that they need to revamp the clothing because it's not about the women wearing them for men. It's about the fact that it's about just the women themselves and that they need to make them more comfortable because that's exactly what women care about when they're shopping at Victoria's Secret. But that's another story. The thing here is she recently got caught, I guess, taste a bit of her own medicine in a way, because of an old tweet, a 10-year-old tweet that she made discriminating, or at least what looks like being racist against somebody for looking Asian. So the actual tweet is aimed at a previous teammate of hers, and the account is actually Tashi Kai, something like that. I think the actual player's name was Natasha Kai or something along those lines. But the tweet reads, "You look Asian with those closed eyes." Now this is a tweet, like I said, from 2011. And people have dug this up, and now they're trying to get her canceled because of it. Now, keep in mind, Rapinoe, she has all of these new sponsorship deals with Nike, Subway, Cliff Bar. So everybody's kind of going after these organizations and saying, hey, do you really want to tag this person or have this person be the sponsor of this person in any way? But the fact is that, once again, she's just a victim of cancel culture at this point, most likely. I mean, we'll see. Maybe she'll get a free pass. Probably nobody will care because she's not a conservative, obviously. But we'll see what actually takes place with this. But the thing that really comes to my mind here is understanding exactly why this tweet is even a thing. Why is it that every time, maybe every month or whatever it is, that we find that some left-wing person was actually being extremely racist in the past or has said something to possibly get them canceled. And oftentimes keep in mind that it's the people that are advocating for the cancel culture that wind up being the ones that are under fire for getting canceled. It's like they condone it until they're the ones under the microscope, right? Well, there's this very important tweet that this guy put out here. I don't know exactly who this guy is. It's this Shant MM is their tag on Twitter, but they made a very good point. And they said in their tweet, the reason why so many extremely woke people turn out to have been bigoted in the past is because bigotry used to be the best way to bully and intimidate people. But now, performative anti-bigotry is the best way to bully and intimidate people, an evolving tool set for sociopaths. And I think that this is absolutely spot on. It's a perfectly great analysis of what's taking place right now in our society with a lot of the people that are on the left. Because what you see is that in the past, the way that they got you to believe what they wanted you to believe is by calling you these slurs. And this goes all the way back, by the way, to the KKK, which, by the way, was founded, operated, run by Democrats. Keep that in mind. All the way from then and up till now, these people that wanted to be so tolerant were the ones that were the worst about these things, that had the worst offenses about everything, because the way that they wanted to change your mind, the way that they wanted to direct you in a certain notion or direction was all based off of whatever it is that they felt was necessary to do at the time, which was using these racial terms or these racist, what would be called racist today or sexist today. They would do that all the time, right? And now we're in a society where it's virtue signaling. That's really what it is. When they say performative anti-bigotry, it basically means you trying to be super, super virtuous and good in every way in the way that you view yourself. So it's more like a self-righteous type thing, but not really that you feel that way. It's just performative. It's fake. So in other words, it's virtue signaling. It's not a real authentic you. It's just something that you're using to perpetuate these feelings and try to be better than by saying, well, I'm on this moral high ground, so therefore you must do these things, and I'm better than you that way. And that's how they try to effectuate change. The problem is they weren't always that way. That's not the way that it used to be. And all of them have old tweets that wind up kind of getting them all canceled. So it's just another situation of the left eating their own, but I'm not surprised by it because we've seen it so many times over and over again. Once again, I don't think that anything's probably going to happen to her because she's the left's love child. They don't really want to cancel their own in this sense. She's kind of too big at this point for that to really happen. But it is interesting seeing tweets like this come from these people that literally support cancel culture. So that's pretty ridiculous. You just watched a clip from The William Hall Show. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe.